public interest litigation on the issues of potholes and manholes in and around Mumbai, that's the entire Mumbai metropolitan region, was being heard in the Bombay High Court today. The court has come down heavily and slammed all these municipal corporations who have not been able to fulfill the promises of keeping the roads intact. As a part of the hearing today, around 6 municipal commissioners were all summoned before the division bench of Chief Justice Devendra Kumar Upadhyay and Justice RF Doctor, wherein all of these 6 municipal commissioners were present here, which included Iqbal Chahal from BMC, from Thane, there was Abhijit Bangar who was present, and there were 4 other municipal commissioners who were present as a part of the hearing. The court had in fact in the last hearing also stamped saying that are 5 years not enough to fill potholes and manholes in the city, because over the last few months we've seen that the condition of the roads had got down really bad. When this public interest litigation was filed by the petitioner, that is Ruju Thakkar, she mentioned that the quality of roads has gone really bad. And even after these potholes are filled, they are again back to the same condition in almost a span of 24 hours, which is why the court made some remarks which included that this is the duty of the municipal corporation to fill potholes. In fact, this is not that court should waste their time on these issues, but it's a responsibility of municipal corporations. These were the kind of remarks that were made by the Chief Justice in this case. He, as a part of the order, has clearly mentioned now that a team would be appointed. They will appoint lawyers who, along with the assistant municipal commissioner, that is the ward officer of that particular area, there will be a survey which will be conducted across all of these municipal corporations, and this report would be submitted before the court by September 29th. September 29th is when this report would be submitted. The team which will conduct this entire survey would include that from the ward headed by the ward officer, also a team from the petitioners and lawyers. This lawyer would be appointed by the court. All of these will conduct the survey to understand the situation of potholes and manholes across the Mumbai metropolitan region. Apart from that, the issue of the death of a 37-year-old biker who lost his life on Ghorbanda Road was also raised before the bench, when it was mentioned that it is both the corporation as well as state which is washing off their hands over this, which is why now the Thane collector has been asked to also submit a stance as to what they are really going to do about this case. There were some critical remarks that were made, which said that in fact the Chief Justice mentioned on the application and the claims made by BMC as well as Vasai Virar Municipal Corporation that it is because of the heavy rains in the last 5 days of July, wherein 97% of rainfall was received. In fact, it was the BMC Commissioner Iqbal Chahal who mentioned that there was 97% of the rainfall at Mumbai received amidst the last week of July, which is where the roads had gone bad, to which Chief Justice clearly mentioned that this shows the quality of work that is being done if the roads can go bad in heavy rains. So these were some critical remarks that were made. In fact, the Chief Justice also mentioned that despite everything that the corporation is doing, the end stance is that the roads are not motorable, which is a problem that is being caused to people in the city and in and around the other parts of the city, and which is where now the onus lies with the state government and that with the particular municipal corporations to ensure that the roads are motorable for people living in the city. In fact, this observation has come out in the stance and in the favor of the citizens over here, and now it will be the municipal corporation who will now have to submit their response along with the team which will inspect these roads and also ensure that the potholes as well as manholes are filled. There was in fact an observation made by BMC as well. The BMC legal team which was representing Iqbal Chahal today said that there is more than 2,500 kilometers of road, of which approximately more than 1,400 kilometers of the road has been concretized, and the remaining concretization will be held in the next few years. They said it will take them almost 3 years to complete the remaining concretization. Speaking of manholes, it was mentioned that there are more than 1 lakh manholes, to be precise 1,286 manholes that are present in the city. It was mentioned that by May 2024 is when all the manholes would be covered. In fact, it's been mentioned that 94% of manholes are still not being covered, and BMC said that because right now it's monsoon, which is why it's not possible for them to cover these manholes. So now the guideline to complete this manhole covering is done until May 2024, and also the owners for BMC, that's the Brihan Mumbai Municipal Corporation, has been asked to concretize the remaining roads for which they've asked a time for 3 years. But this entire stance has come in even as we saw that the Bombay High Court in the previous hearing in this case had questioned as to why it would take a corporation more than 5 years to fill the potholes. The actual hearing in this case was from 2018. It's 2023 now, wherein the observation that was made by the court was that in the previous hearing was why does it take more than 5 years to fill these potholes and manholes.